Okay, family, welcome back. In this video, I would like to cover a brief, basic borderline of the Blue Water Act of 2019, which, if some of you know about this act, and a lot of people do not, it just went into effect January the 1st, 2020. Now, once again, we're going to cover the Blue Water Act of 2019. And if you just bear with me 1 second, I want to read exactly from the government site what the Blue Water Act is. Now, the Blue Water Navy Vietnam Veteran Act of 2019 extended the presumption of herbicide exposure, such as Agent Orange, to veterans who served in the offshore waters of the Republic of Vietnam between January the 9th, 1962 through May 7th, 1975. Now, those are the years that we can put in quotation of the timeline that this Blue Water Act is going to cover. Basically, January the 9th, 1972, May 7th, 1975. Now, so this is the particular act. Beginning January the 1st, 2020, veterans who served as far as 12 nautical miles from the shores of Vietnam, or who have served in the Korean demilitarization zone, are presumed to have exposure to herbicide. You know, and that's the Korean DMZ. That's basically that border. Remember, they just had a ceasefire, but that is the DMZ. They are presumed to have been exposed to herbicides such as Agent Orange, and may be entitled to service connection for any of the 14 conditions related to herbicide exposures. Now, what are those 14 conditions? To save your time, but to give you knowledgeable information, in the description below, there's a link that would take you directly to the va.gov website that will list those 14 conditions. Like I said, I like to give everyone my resources. I don't want to give you any information that I think or say my opinion, but if it is my opinion, I will tell you this is my opinion. But on these 14 conditions, there will be a link below where it says 14 conditions related to herbicide exposure. Click that link, take you directly to the website. Also, the Blue Water Navy Act of 2019, there's going to be a link below that will take you directly to that website, where you will see a short 3-minute video that the government has put out explaining the blue water exposure. And it's basically Agent Orange, from my understanding, Agent Orange for Navy personnel or military personnel who served offshores. And like it said, I believe it was, let's check my notes, such as 12 nautical miles from the shores of Vietnam. So that's a very important part. Now, I don't know if many of you have actually known someone personally that suffers, and that's what it is, from Agent Orange exposure. About 2 years ago, I met my first Vietnam veteran who suffers from that condition. And bless him, because that is not something that I definitely would want to put on someone. He's a good guy in high spirits, but he does suffer. Now, you may know someone and they may be a little stubborn, don't want to go to the VA, don't want to fill out the paperwork. And once again, I have to really encourage you to explain to them that even though they may not want the benefits or care, because I run across a lot of veterans, Vietnam veterans, or veterans that served during my time, and they get so upset and they get so tired of having to deal with the ins and out of the VA and the government. I was encouraged by an elder to never quit, because those benefits that are out there we qualify for. We are a volunteer service branch of military in the United States. You know, at this time now we volunteer. Of course, the Vietnam era, they were drafted. And therefore, I think there are a lot of benefits out there that they qualify and they really need to receive. So just explain to them, if you will, that these benefits will be for their loved ones if they don't want it. It will be for the future generations. And in the link, you will see that if you click on the 14 conditions, you would even see that if that Vietnam veteran is still not alive today, their spouses and dependents may qualify for benefits. That's very important. That's very important. Now, once again, I thank you for your time, and I'm gonna ask you to subscribe, because we're gonna have upcoming videos coming here in the future. But if you like this video, I like to take people back to the basics to build a strong foundation. If you have not already seen, please go back and watch this video. This video, which gives you a summary of the VA benefits, and like you may have heard me mention before, it discusses just the basic 8 benefits that veterans, their family, their spouses may qualify for. But not only that, it's printed in English, Spanish, and Tagalog. Yes, if you watch that video, you will see that. But we also will provide a link in the description at the bottom. My wife will, who's the editor, she will provide a link at the bottom. I just have to remind her, and it will take you directly to that government website where you can review that booklet, short 5 pages, I believe it's 5 pages, of the summaries of VA benefits in Tagalog. That is to help you read and understand it if you may have some stubborn, husbands, like at times I am one, who just gets so fed up with the VA, don't want to deal with it. But there's a little secret. The wife, the spouse, can go to the VA and start filling out this paperwork. He wants to be stubborn, like I'm stubborn at times. The wife can go fill out. The children, if the veteran, male or female, if they're deceased, the children can go and check and fill out the paperwork for these benefits. Now, with that said, please stay tuned for this video. That's why it's important for you to subscribe. Pass it on to friends and family members. Once again, I am Jonathan, and I'm trying to just share knowledge with you in these videos about VA and VA benefits. That's why I'm really, the reason why I'm starting at the bottom to explain the basics, and then try to build up from there so that we all have a strong foundation of understanding VA benefits. If you have any questions, comments, I welcome them all. I can take corrective criticism, so I welcome them all if it's going to help us, meaning me, myself, my wife, and us bring you better information to serve you better. I am totally okay with that. Leave your comments on the bottom. We'll read them, get back with you. Until next time, have a great day. Stay positive. Thank you. Goodbye.